again. Last year, the Libro Traficantes came to San Antonio on the first stop of a Libro Traficante caravan to smuggle the banned books back to Arizona, because Arizona Governor Jan Brewer, feel free to boo when I say her name, and her minions banned Mexican American Studies. We were so happy that we could join a whole nation and deliver thousands of books to our brothers and sisters in Arizona. I never imagined that we would have to defend Mexican American Studies here in Texas. That's why we're here. So we are here to stop Senate Bill 2811, which is put forth by Dan Patrick, and House Bill HB 1938. These two laws must go because they will discount Texas history, Mexican American history. Right there behind us is history. We're a part of that history. Our war heroes are part of that history. Freddie Gonzalez, a war hero from the Valley, is part of that history. After September 1st, if we don't act, our heroes will not be in textbooks. We know that's not right. On top of that, they want to micromanage education, and that's not right either. So we are here. In a little bit, we're going to take a walk to Senator Cornyn's office. We want him to know that if any Republican wants to be president ever again, they've not won one election in a few times. They've got a bad record coming. We promise them, any Republican who stands with Dan Patrick will lose the next election. We want to see from the GOP whose hearts are the mind place. It will reveal now. We promise you, Mitt Romney will have the record for the highest votes ever for a Republican election if this law passes. And we are ready to say one thing: the law's got to go. There's no negotiation for it. The other thing too is, if you're a Texas conservative and you're against this, you need to step up now. You need to let us know that you're on the right team. Because the Republican Party put out a report that you want to reach out to Latinos. We want them to prove it. And this is the proof. The proof is in the pudding. Also, at the end of the day, college students are big kids.
Yeah!
So what brings you out today?
What brings me out today is to make sure that our voices are heard in regards to the changing of our history, the requirements for our history. We basically want to make sure that the buck stops here and not let this be a national trend in regards to putting restrictions on what we can study in regards to American history. If we truly want a comprehensive history, why not be as inclusive as possible? Excluding anyone from our American history is not what we're about in Texas or in the United States. So we want to make sure to stop it right here and now. If there's already programs out in the United States that are in regards to gender studies, race studies, ethnic studies, anything like that, why do we have to stop it in some states and not others? It's just not fair.
Are you confident that we're going to be able to stop this in Texas?
This is the last stand. If Texas loses Mexican American Studies, every state loses Mexican American Studies. We're going to put everything behind it. We got people from all around the country behind us. This is the showdown. The buck really does stop in Texas. And we're going to win. But we're going to win because we have to win. And we learned from Arizona. Our brothers and sisters suffered for a whole year. We saw what it's like. We learned tactics, and the Libro Traficantes are expert at sniffing out the cheap perfume and sulfur of Jan Brewer, and where we will find it, we will stamp it out. And no one's going to turn Texas into a Republican regime Arizona ever. And I say one thing right now. We're going to ask every GOP representative where they stand, and they will be responsible for Mitt Romney receiving the most votes ever in a presidential election, which means no president again will ever be Republican without the Latino vote. So we're gonna win. We're gonna win, and if whoever stands with Dan Patrick will lose the next election. Whichever office it is, they will lose the next election. I promise you. We haven't even started working on this. This is 2 weeks into this. 2 weeks into this, Dan Patrick thought he would go on a spring break. Dan Patrick thought everybody be on spring break, come back with their tans, happy and chill, and they'd be like, oh my goodness, my department's gone. Instead, in those 2 weeks, we've informed thousands of people throughout the state and throughout the country. We ain't even started yet. We're about to start. And the last thing I want to say too is, I think Dan Patrick is imagining the old Latino demographic. Right here we got young people protesting, we have families involved. I've got a resolution signed by thousands of PhDs in Chicano literature. We've got We're about to go talk to Senator Cornyn's office. We're at every level of society, and all that has been dedicated to this. Latinos are not the sleeping giant, we're the working giant, and we're pointing for work to stamp out SB 1128.